Good morning, brothers and sisters. This is Father Billy Valderrama from Our Lady of Fatima Church. I am pleased to inform you this morning that the parish of Our Lady of Fatima, based on the guidelines established by the Diocese of Tucson, has begun the process of gradual resumption of our sacramental services. So that is good news. So we thank the Lord for this moment, for the opportunity to go back to this process of gradual resumption of our services. I want to let you know that a committee has been formed that is working hard to develop a reopening protocol in order to ensure the protection of all parishioners, especially the most vulnerable ones. In the following days, we will be informing the parish community in great detail about the policies and restrictions under which we will be starting our opening of religious or reopening of religious services. It is worth mentioning that the protocol will have to obtain a diocesan certification. So we're gonna, put together a good plan, send it to the Bishop of Tucson, and then we will have to get his approval. There will be 3 phases during this gradual opening process. In each one of the phases, some restrictions may be eliminated, so the Diocese of Tucson will let us know when we can move into the next phase, or it may indicate us to return to the previous phase should the pandemic worsen. So some preliminary points that we can already mention to you are the following. The official date for the reopening of our Sunday Masses will be May 30th and 31st, the solemnity of Pentecost Sunday, 2 weeks from today. The number of people who can gather in the church is, according to the guidelines of the Diocese of Tucson, 1/3 of the legal occupancy of the church. The ushers will do their best to enforce this rule. We will keep the same schedule for Sunday Masses, so we are going back to the same regular calendar. However, in phase 1, there will be 4 additional Sunday Masses, 2 on Friday and 2 on Monday, at 9 a.m. in English and 6 p.m. in Spanish. And remember, those will be Sunday Masses. Sunday Mass obligation, be aware of it, continues to be suspended for everybody until further notice. Be mindful that there are risks associated with returning to our church, which you are willingly choosing to accept if you return. If you are ill or have COVID-19 symptoms, stay at home. It is our moral responsibility to protect each other. Social distancing, the 6 feet, must be observed at all times before, during, and after Mass. Families in the same household may sit next to each other in a pew, but not everyone will be able to sit in their normal place. So be mindful of that. There will be no passing of collection baskets at Mass. Ushers will be holding collection baskets at the entrance of the church for you to place your offering after the final blessing. You can also use our online giving platform as an option. Parishioners shall refrain from using holy water fonts. For the sign of peace, parishioners will express the sign of peace by a small bow. Parishioners will not be holding hands during the Our Father, unless they are from the same family. Eucharistic ministers will distribute communion, and Holy Communion will be only in the hand. And this is a restriction that has to be enforced. Eucharistic ministers also will distribute Holy Communion only after Mass, and this will take place after the final blessing outside the church. Upon completion of all the church functions, the congregation shall vacate the premises immediately. All parishioners will use main entrance of the church on the west side of the building and the entrance on the south side of the building. There will be no congregational singing, during this phase. Missalettes and worship materials will be removed from the church. Masks for the special ministers of Holy Communion, lectors, sacristans, and ushers are required, and masks for congregants over the age of 2 who have no trouble breathing are also mandatory. Frequently touched surfaces will be cleaned and sanitized between Masses. Be aware that even though we are reopening our services, we are going to do it in a gradual and systematic way, and we're going to be depending on what the Diocese of Tucson will be setting as far as rules for the reopening of all the services. So at this point, we don't have indications for phase 2 or phase 3. We will just stay with the indications for phase 1. Please go to the internet today. You will see all these rules and also with more detail, so you can read them and be aware of what we are doing. Remember, we don't have an obligation to attend Mass, so people who decide to stay at home will be able to stay at home. However, many people are just longing, many people are anxious, looking forward to coming back, and this is going to be a great opportunity. Next week, we will still continue with the same format. We will continue to live stream the Mass next week. But next week, next Sunday, a week from today, is the feast of the Ascension of our Lord. So, listen to this. We will be distributing Holy Communion at 11 a.m. here in the church, outside, for those who would like to receive communion. The obligation is that you have to hear Mass before you receive communion. And you can hear Mass, you can hear the Pope, you can, also the Bishop offers Mass in the internet or our own Mass, so it's up to you, okay? And once we start having our Masses with people, we will continue to live stream the 11 o'clock Mass and the 1 o'clock Mass, English and Spanish, for those who have to stay at home because they are sick or because they are taking care of a person who is sick. God bless you. It's good news, and I look forward to celebrating with you pretty soon the Eucharist together. God bless you.